Hey, if you are experiencing really intense negative or uncomfortable emotions right now, know that it's completely okay to feel bad, that you have permission to not be happy. You have permission to feel exactly the way you do. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have to be, because you already are a good person inherently. You don't have to have any pressure to be better than that. Just being a human being is all we need to do to be a good person. I was having a really tough New Year's Eve, and a close friend of mine actually told me, let it be natural, let it flow. Because when we feel that upset, it doesn't feel natural. It feels like something's really wrong, you know? It's like, uh-oh, it's not supposed to be this way. Our mind blocks the experience to such a degree that it causes so much pain. I was analyzing why I was upset, and it was like, well, it's because I don't believe things would get better, and that this shouldn't be happening. That feeling of, this isn't supposed to be like this, it just really makes you, it can be unbearable when the fight against that reality is so strong. And we think that by feeling upset, and this is what I was trying to say before, that we think that if I go ahead and just really feel upset about this thing, it's gonna mean that the story is true. It's gonna mean that why I think this is so wrong is correct. I'm gonna get upset about this thing. That's gonna mean that I'm never gonna be able to change that thing. And it's like giving credence or paying homage or whatever, I don't know what the hell to call it, but like giving our energy, that's what it is, giving our energy to that emotion and that state of being. It's almost like we're throwing, it'd be equivalent to like just throwing money at something you hate. It's the same feeling. It's like, would you invest in like $100 in a rotten onion? No one would do that. And that's how we feel. And I realized that, that this is why we don't want to feel what we feel, is because we feel like we're investing in a story we can't believe in. So if you're experiencing that right now, that if you feel the thing, let it flow, let it be natural, it doesn't mean at all, not any percent, that because you are experiencing that emotion, you're gonna make it last longer or make it more true or make that story the way it is. If you're upset, someone hurt your feelings or like said something really bad to you or triggered you and you don't even know why, and if you're like, I'm not gonna get upset about that, because then that means I'm like just playing into it. I'm investing in that rotten onion. I don't want to. I wanna stay happy. I wanna try to keep that away. And you will get happy. You will get happy again, Let it flow, let it be natural. You don't have to go like to the bottom of the pit if you don't want, but let whatever is in you right now be acknowledged and let that come up. And, even if you just like say, okay, I'm gonna fucking do this, what she is saying, I'm just gonna go and just go lay down in the bed and say, all right, for 10 minutes, I'm gonna cry my head off, and then I'm done. And I'm not investing in this stupid rotten onion anymore. Then like give yourself that, like 10 minutes to just flip out, yell at whatever, maybe not people, but yell and cry and get it out. Like express what you really mean, express what you want, express what you don't want. Because there's also a really big chance that your life hasn't really permitted you or the people around you, it hasn't been a conducive environment for expressing what you want and expressing your discontent. So you have to express your discontent and allow yourself to be discontent. You're totally allowed to hate stuff, You're totally allowed to not like the way it is. You can let yourself express what you don't want in really clear terms once you get past that initial cry that's like stuck in the throat and the chest. And then you can start to vocalize, I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to be the case. I wish this wasn't the reality. And then you can start to get some of your energy and your power back. And then you can start to feel like, woof, okay, God, because we used to feel so powerless. The powerlessness is what is painful, because part of us doesn't believe it, We know we're not powerless. That's why we keep fighting. That's why we keep fighting. Because there's a light on somewhere. I know that sounds corny, but there is. There's a light on somewhere. That's why. That's why we get so upset. That's why we get so upset. It's not because we have darkness. It's because we actually have light.